I have a whole YouTube channel, 350 plus videos on Agile coaches, Scrum Masters, Project Managers, Agility, Scrum, Kanban, Lean. But today's video will be a bit darker. I want to focus on the role of a Scrum Master. I have a problem with the role. Many people ask me, do you still need Scrum Masters? I believe for many companies, hiring Scrum Masters, or God forbid, hiring full-time Scrum Masters is a total waste of time, resources, and money if you meet the following criteria. Let me explain. First, let's read this comment together. I firmly believe that Scrum, like any framework or methodology, is a tool that can be learned and optimized by any team member. Team members can step up to take responsibility for a process, or they can collaborate to choose a facilitator if needed. In my experience, I've witnessed the remarkable effectiveness of self-organized teams, and I've come to the conclusion that having a Scrum Master is not a necessity. In fact, some of the most successful teams I've been part of operated smoothly without a Scrum Master. If I had to make a choice, I would prioritize hiring more engineers, designers, and product owners over adding a Scrum Master to the team. This was a comment left on one of my videos from a viewer, and I want to answer this question in this video. This person believes that product owners, designers, more developers is way better than Scrum Masters. This person believes that teams can self-organize without a Scrum Master. The first question I have for this person, the team that was exceptional at self-organizing, using Scrum without a Scrum Master, what was the maturity of the team? You can watch this video right here to define the maturity of a team. I want to know that. Has this team been working together for a few years? Maybe some team members were in a team with Scrum Masters or Agile coaches? Or is this a completely new team? New developers, new product owner, new designer, never interacted with a Scrum Master and Agile coach. And you're telling me that this team just started working together, self-managed, were able to answer all their questions about Scrum, Agility alone. Were able to self-manage alone, become effective and efficient alone. I've never seen that. I've seen teams being formed, doing all their Scrum events, creating beautiful products that customers love without a Scrum Master, without any Agile coach working with a team. But these team members were in teams, previous teams that were high in terms of Agile or Scrum maturity. This I understand. This I've seen many times. But people not working in this kind of environment, you take everyone, put in a team without a Scrum Master, without an Agile coach, and expect that this team will be fully Agile. I've never seen that. I've never seen that. And if you've seen that, please reply to this video, add a comment to this video, and give me all the details. I want to know. Now, I believe that Scrum Masters, for most companies, complete waste of time and money. Simply because Scrum for these companies is either not applicable or not working. You see, the problem with Scrum is that it's immutable. It cannot be changed. It gives you a clear guide, clear guidelines that you need to follow. If you want more details, read the Scrum Guide 2020 or the latest version of the Scrum Guide. The guidelines are clear. You follow the guidelines as per the book without any change, and you get the benefits of Scrum, which is excellent. Gives you a guide, you just follow that, you get the benefits of Scrum. The problem is that most companies, 99.999% of companies don't follow it as per the book. And for me, there's many reasons why, but the topmost, number one reason is priority number one for most companies. Meeting customer satisfaction, quality of products, a software, something being produced without any issues, cutting costs, or meeting deadlines. For me, it's meeting deadlines. I've seen that countless times. They ask you to do planning. They need a roadmap, 1 year, per quarter. You give them dates and you have to meet these dates. There's no negotiation possible. If you don't meet these dates, it means that you failed. And that's a big problem because with Scrum, our highest priority, Agile principle number one, is satisfying the customer through early and continuous releases of increments, getting feedback from customers. Why do we do that? because we don't know what the customer wants. We can assume what the customer wants. We can produce something, but our goal here is to put it to the market as early as possible to get feedback and improve on that in the next iteration. And companies don't really care about that. Companies are all about giving deadlines, yearly planning and meeting deadlines and going fast. Not really what Agile or Scrum prioritize. That's why Scrum and Agility not applicable to many companies. And if not applicable to many companies, why are you using Scrum? And why do you have Scrum Masters? It's a total waste of time and money. If you want to implement Agility or Scrum, make a decision, especially at the top level, that you will abide to the guide so that you can get the benefits. If not, total waste of time. So for people saying that Scrum Masters are useless, it's not really Scrum Masters that are useless, because as per the Scrum guide, you need a Scrum Master in the team. It's Scrum that is completely useless for your organization. You shouldn't be using Scrum. Go use Kanban instead. Tell me right now that you can convince upper management, the directors of an organization, that we will be building a software in iterations, releasing something to the market every 2 weeks, getting feedback from customers, improving the software and releasing it again. The only thing you can promise is that something will be delivered every 2 weeks to the market. Your customers will always be surprised with something being delivered. They ask you for planning for 1 year, but I don't know. I just know that something will be delivered every 2 weeks. How much work, how much features for 1 year? I don't know. Do you really believe that these directors, especially in large companies, not startups, it works. Large companies, regulated companies, much harder to do that. And these companies have implemented Agility, implemented Scrum, failed, and they blame Scrum Masters and Agile coaches when it was the fault of upper management or the company that sold the idea of Scrum or Agility. Maybe this company lied. Maybe this company said that we would go faster or do more projects or deliver faster, meet more deadlines, when they should have said that we would be delivering every 2 weeks something that we think the customer wants, not going faster, maybe going even slower in the short term. So it's not Scrum Masters who are useless. It's Scrum. Stop using Scrum. Use Kanban. If you want more tips, insights on Agile, Scrum, personal growth, click on the video that stands out the most on the screen right now, and I'll see you in a few seconds.